Our next pitcher is Harry Sivan, who will present soCash. Harry Sivan, welcome to the stage.
I hope I'm audible. Hello again. My name is Hari, and I'm the founder of soCash. As the name suggests, we totally focus on cash. We are probably the only fintech, that is doing what we are doing. Quick introduction. We build a digital cash management platform for banks. So we work for banks, we don't disrupt them. We are based out of Singapore. We are a bunch of bankers who spent our careers solving small problems. Then we figured out there's a big problem that is interesting enough for us. And that's how soCash was born. We are the only fintech which is backed by Monetary Authority of Singapore with funds. And that kind of proves that we work along with the banks, we work for banks. We are not a threat to the industry. Now, jumping into the problem. We all have done this every week, every day. We all go and withdraw money. But what we don't understand is as we withdraw money, banks have to replenish money. And this actually cost banks $300 billion a year in terms of running this network. Technically, it's called cash circulation. And this number is based on a research that was done by NCR. We hope to solve this problem. How do we do it? Cash is floating all around us. There is no reason why we need to continue going to the ATMs or going to branch for cash. For example, if I need, let's say, $200 now, there is enough cash in this whole audience who can give me my $200 as long as there is a business model and there's a platform for me to return cash. So this is the core fundamental principle based on we started building the platform. We convert every shop, every individual who has a bank account into walking ATMs. We call them cash points. How does it work? We have completely deconstructed the need for the supply chain about moving money from point A to point B or setting up ATMs. Our platform matches demand and supply of cash at a specific location. There is a process to authenticate the exchange, and with each exchange, there is a movement of money. So forget taking your card, forget putting your PIN. The whole experience can be converted into a digital experience that happens on the bank's mobile application and which enables access to cash. How does this work? As I mentioned, we are a payments platform. We provide software that goes into the bank's infrastructure. We provide the APIs and SDKs, and the consumer actually interacts with the bank's mobile banking app. So you already have consumers, you already manage cash, you're basically shifting your consumers away from an expensive channel into a digital channel, which is a lot more cheaper. Why do banks love us? Banks often don't realize that as they increase the number of ATMs or as they increase the amount of cash in branches, the liquidity that is sitting inside their balance sheet is getting reduced. So the money that is sitting inside the ATMs is not available for your deposit business. We actually move it back into your books. We are creating a digital distribution for millennials. Millennials are shifting to mobile. There is no reason why, as a bank, you should again continue to route them into your physical channels. Eliminate cost. As I mentioned, there is no need to set up new ATMs. There is no need to pay your cash logistics companies. Basically, you can change the way you operate your network. The last but not the least, card and PIN, as previous presentations have indicated, are not at all secure. The only way is to eliminate it. If you eliminate card and PIN, your weak link is actually removed. If the transaction can be authorized biometric, then you don't have to worry about card skimming. A product roadmap, we cover the entire spectrum of cash. We are fairly young, but we will get there in 2019. Right now, we are offering consumer withdrawals. We are offering cash deposit for small businesses. As we progress, we are going into value chain, invoice collections, all in cash. We also are working on a foreign currency conversion product, which is squarely focused on consumer travel. Our traction, practically all banks which have strong digital strategy in Southeast Asia are in our sales pipeline. We hope we will find Japanese banks interested in us as well. Now, let me talk a little bit about Japan. Japan is very unique and interesting for us. This is from Bloomberg, and it charts two data points. One is the growth in GDP, the other one is the cash in circulation. As the GDP has increased, which is very good, but the cash usage has actually increased more, which is also very good for us, as well as for the economy. So if 85% of retail transactions in Japan are exchanged in cash, it means that banks are spending a lot of money in ensuring circulation of cash through ATMs. That basically means that every night, thousands of ATMs are being replenished because for the next day, the consumers need cash. Now, 2020 is when Tokyo will have Olympics. There will be visitors coming in. There will be millions of tourists coming in. And the current infrastructure of ATMs will just break down unless you increase. So you have two options. One is massively increase the number of touch points or adopt us. We can make every person a walking ATM or a money changer. And that runs on variable cost. Why are we here? As I mentioned, we're looking for partnerships in Japan, banks, as well as technology partners. Thank you.